Did you know why Ayanokoji was placed in Class D? Ayanokoji didn't have the qualification to enter Advanced Nurturing High School. However, after purposely getting 50 in all his exams, Chairman Sakayanagi got informed about him, so he decided to let him enroll and placed him in Class D. Chairman Sakayanagi thought it's better to put Ayanokoji away from the troublesome school system. That's why he placed him in Chabashira class, because he knows that Chabashira doesn't have any desire to aim for Class A. If the other teacher knows about his ability, they will most likely force him to help the class aim for Class A. However, unknown to Chairman Sakayanagi, Chabashira actually holds the biggest desire to graduate from Class A, and she will do anything for it, even if she needs to threaten a student. And that's how we got the classroom of the Elite series that we know today. However, what if Ayanokoji was not put in Class D? What if he was put in a different class? Or what if he enrolls in a different grade? There are countless possibilities that could happen, but one thing is for sure, Class D that we know will fall into the pit of hell. If Ayanokoji was placed in a different class, this is how the story will be.
What will happen if Ayanokoji is placed in Class C alongside Ryuen and Hiyori? Ryuen forced his way to become Class C leader with violence. Anyone who didn't agree with him will get severe punishment. However, Ayanokoji is not the type to oppose Ryuen, so he will just let Ryuen become the leader, and Ryuen will most likely treat him just like another NPC because in his eyes, Ayanokoji doesn't look special. Ayanokoji will spend his time in silence, but he will be friends with Hiyori in no time. They will spend their time at the library, reading and sharing their thoughts about the book they read. Hiyori has a very good intuition, so she will probably know that Ayanokoji is not a regular person, but she will keep silent about it and not tell a single soul. After all, she is a very good girl. There will be no major accident that will happen in their first semester. Ryuen will keep executing his plan to trap and expel Sudo, but Ayanokoji will have nothing to do with it. He might talk about it with Hiyori, but I doubt he will take any action, especially because he doesn't know anyone from another class. The first special exam will be the turning point. Like I said before, Chairman Sakayanagi put Ayanokoji in Class D because he believes Chabashira doesn't have any intention to aim for Class A, and he told her that Ayanokoji is special. If it was Sakagami, is he going to try to persuade Ayanokoji to help the class? Looking at how aggressive Ryuen is, I think Sakagami will choose to wait and see how capable Ryuen is as a leader. If Ryuen proves that he could bring a good result, I think Sakagami will just let Ayanokoji alone, and Ryuen will indeed bring a good result for him. As long as Ryuen brings a good result for the class, Ayanokoji will keep enjoying his free time with Hiyori. In this timeline, Ayanokoji and Hiyori will grow closer, and because there is no class conflict between them, they might become something more than just a reading friend. Ryuen will be able to successfully defeat Class D and Class B, so Ayanokoji is going to get his dream school life, at least until Tsukishiro appears. In the original story, Tsukishiro is going to use the fact that there are no students yet to get expelled as his reason to hold a class vote exam. However, in this timeline, Ryuen will successfully expel some students from Class D, so Tsukishiro wouldn't be able to use that reason. Knowing Tsukishiro, he will make another reason or change some rules in the final special exam so he could give Ayanokoji a warning. At this point, Sakayanagi most likely already notices Ayanokoji and tries to protect him. Ryuen battle against Sakayanagi in the final special exam will be the turning point for Ayanokoji. With the possibility of Ryuen losing and pressure from Tsukishiro, Ayanokoji will be forced to act. The internal conflict between Ayanokoji and Ryuen will be amusing and also unpredictable. Maybe Ryuen will step down as a leader and let Ayanokoji take control, or maybe he will try to expel Ayanokoji himself because Ayanokoji has already deceived him for a year. With that in mind, the second year arc will be a battle between Ryuen and Sakayanagi, while Ayanokoji will be busy handling the 5th generation White Room student. The conflict between Ayanokoji and Ryuen as a classmate will be legendary, but it's hard to predict how their relationship will go. If they could cooperate, they could graduate from Class A without trouble. If not, Ayanokoji might consider transferring classes so he could face Ryuen directly, just like what he did with Horikita. Ayanokoji got placed in Class B will be easier to predict. Knowing Ichinose, she will try to bring everyone on equal footing. The warm atmosphere in Class B will make Ayanokoji find a group of friends faster than expected. He will have nothing to worry about in Class B because there is no one who is going to get expelled, and there is no threat that could force him to act. Class B is a very ideal class for Ayanokoji who want a normal life. No conflict, no bad people, just hanging out with a friend and enjoying a normal life. Even if Ayanokoji doesn't really like friendly people, he could still be friends with another loner, such as Himeno. I don't think Hoshinomiya will force him to help in the special exam. And like Chabashira, who knows her class has no hope without Ayanokoji, Hoshinomiya has quite a lot of trust in her class. And her main goal is not to graduate as Class A, but to prevent Chabashira class from reaching Class A, which she has nothing to worrying in this timeline. Depend on Ayanokoji action, their first special exam will be a game changer. If he chose not to take action, Class B will lose against Ryuen, but if he chose to take action, Ryuen will know there is someone behind Ichinose. I don't think Ayanokoji will take action. There is no expulsion risk, and it's not like they're going to lose too much. Ayanokoji will choose to wait and see, but he will start to move when a threat named Ryuen starts to target Class B. Ayanokoji will most likely hide behind Ichinose and provide support from the shadow. The battle between Ayanokoji and Ryuen will most likely happen at the same time with Tsukishiro's arrival. There is a chance Tsukishiro will use Ryuen to expel Ayanokoji. With Sakayanagi also noticing Ayanokoji might need to face a threat from 3 different sides. I wonder how Ayanokoji will handle all of them at once. He might get some help from Ichinose, which could end with her falling in love with him, just like in the original timeline. With Kei out of the picture, I wonder how their relationship will go. If Ayanokoji manages to get rid of Tsukishiro and gets full support from Ichinose, they should be able to graduate from Class A without any trouble, but it purely depends on Ayanokoji. I don't think Ayanokoji has the option to transfer class in this timeline because there will be no class willing to accept him, and Class D is not going to have enough points to cover the transfer fee. Ayanokoji being placed in Class A is actually the hardest to predict. With him in Class A, he will meet Sakayanagi immediately, and Sakayanagi will never leave him alone. However, I'm not sure what kind of action Sakayanagi will take. She still has an internal conflict with Katsuragi, so she might let Ayanokoji alone for a while. However, with them being in the same class, it's almost impossible for them to have some kind of competition that could satisfy Sakayanagi. They could always play chess, but I doubt Sakayanagi wants that kind of victory. Knowing Ayanokoji, he will not join either side between Sakayanagi and Katsuragi. He may make 1 or 2 friends and enjoy his quiet life unless Sakayanagi bothers him. He will not take any action in the special exam and will just watch Ryuen destroy Class D and Class B before challenging Sakayanagi. Depend on Tsukishiro action. Ayanokoji might not need to take action because Sakayanagi will protect him. The second year arc will be Ayanokoji time to finally show what he is capable of. Again, after dealing with Tsukishiro and Yagami, there is nothing much Ayanokoji needs to do. Sakayanagi will handle Ryuen, and Nagumo will never pay attention to him. His business with Sakayanagi will always be there, but Sakayanagi will most likely keep him for herself and will not involve Ayanokoji in a special exam. In this timeline, it looks like Ayanokoji will truly get the normal high school life that he wanted. Ayanokoji being placed in a different class is interesting to think about, but there are too many variables that could lead the story to an unexpected result. So, we will never know what exactly will happen to him. Everything will depend on who he meets and what he needs to face. I think the original story is already good as it is, but if Kinugasa wants to write a side story about it, it will definitely be worth reading.